be like that. What is up, guys? We're back with another episode 16. 16 deep. Kangz Council, the podcast that doesn't have any leaks, unless, of course, it's coming from Cosmic Kaiser's OnlyFans page. That being said, let me introduce you to the homies. First in line to be toxic and dual-wield the new Model 1887's Modern Warfare 3 Despair.
Yes, yo.
When do those shits drop?
About to wreak havoc in like
It dropped
2
like a
days,
couple
I think.
days, right? Yeah, April 2nd.
Yeah.
April 2nd update. And then the man who is straight up throwing his pawns off of cliffs for being annoying, FallaYoDreams.
I mean, you got to keep them honest.
Call it like I see it. And then we got joining us tonight. He'll be hosting his very first Reddit for I'm a Plugger, Ask Me Anything, Guy Manley.
Imagine.
His rank, you know.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
And your host, Supafreak, myself, who is open to all shapes and voluptuous characters. Let's get it cracking, y'all. Firstly, with Marvel OVERWATCH. I mean, Marvel Rivals.
Should have said this
New
one
game. I wanted to start with it out the gate because I think it's an interesting concept. New game.
We should have saved this shit for last.
We know we got to come out with this one. This is the big news this week. Marvel announced a new
Go
game
ahead.
that is
Say
kind
what
of
you
like
gotta say.
Overwatch. It is by the developers from NetEase, which their notable games are Naraka Blade Point. This is not the first Marvel game that they've developed, by the way. This is, I think, their third or fourth game using Marvel property. They developed a card game, Marvel Games Duel, that no longer exists, and Marvel Games Super War. All of which, I mean, Super War looks interesting. Naraka is their most prominent game to date. And the game itself, I personally, I think it's just going to see how it plays. Like, how does it feel to play it? Honestly, it looks fine. Looks like what you expect, right? Like a Marvel game that looks like Overwatch. A hero shooter. I mean, Overwatch is a game that looks like Overwatch is the popular thing to say, but it's a hero shooter, right? Like, that's the genre.
I mean,
there's plenty of hero shooters.
Overwatch is the hero shooter genre.
Overwatch, yeah,
So,
Overwatch has like dominated the shooter genre.
Yeah.
So it's like saying MMOs like Warcraft, right? Right? Like,
yeah.
they
Like,
pretty much dominate the MMO space. So yeah.
I don't know.
You want to go last this round? I know you got a lot to say
Yeah,
about this one.
definitely.
I mean, I don't really have too much to say about it. I mean, I think a lot of people are kind of disappointed with Overwatch in terms of how it's playing, and then the league shut down and all that. So it's an opportunity for them to scoop it up if done well. But the if done well is very complicated, and it's going to be a process. But like, it is a property, Marvel. Like, who doesn't want to play as like their favorite heroes? It's, is widely known by a lot of people, a bigger scope of people, so it has a chance to be a bigger thing. I just don't know if this genre is like a done deal or not. You know what I mean? Like, we could have used this game like 4 years ago, and I feel like now people are kind of over it. But there's always an audience for it, so we'll see. I don't really have much to add to that, other than why does Hulk shoot like
Matrix juice?
Matrix juice on people? Can someone answer me that? Like, I get like you got to shoot, but goddamn,
You gotta shoot.
My favorite shit from the trailer was Tony Stark going, it's nano time. That shit was bad. I'm sorry, that was bad. But other than that, I just kind of, I like the look of it. I'm going to try it if it's free to play.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Which it says,
I'll try
I will
it.
guarantee to try it.
Every single one of these games looks good when they come out, and then they make the same exact mistakes. So I'm gonna play it. I'm obligated to play these types of games because I have like Overwatch is like a gift and a curse for me. It was, I mean, I'd still say it's my favorite multiplayer game of the past like maybe 10 years. It's probably one of the best competitive games like ever made, but they just over the years they made some questionable decisions. But the thing about this game is it has the Marvel IP attached to it, so it has like everything it needs to succeed, right? But I just, I don't know. This is one of those games where it's gonna be hype at launch. I'm gonna play it. Everyone's probably gonna play this. All my Overwatch, everyone that I played Overwatch with is already talking about this shit, right? They're like, yo, we playing this shit. Yo, we bringing the team back. Yo, we going hard for this game. And I'm like, man, y'all don't remember what the fuck we dealt with Overwatch, man? How painful that shit was? Like, 4 years of my life playing that fucking game, and they're just going up and down, up and down, up and down. And then Gundam Evolution comes out, which had promise too. That game just completely died because they made the same exact mistakes that fucked up Overwatch. Like, I don't know, man. First of all, the monetization that can't be shit. Right out the gate, it cannot be shit. Hopefully they learn that. Like, Overwatch 2 is actually right now at this very moment shifting in a better direction than it was in, right? So they learned something along the way. They're making all the heroes free. They're not attached to like the battle pass or anything like that anymore. New hero just came out. People are excited about that shit. People are still excited about Overwatch, right? It's just, it has that bad taste because of, first of all, they promised the Overwatch 2 is supposed to have the story, the PvE, whatever the fuck. They canceled that shit. But then they cut all
that shit out?
Yeah, they cut that out. They fucked up by making you pay for fucking heroes and shit like that instead of just buying the game and then having everything. You buy the game, you have everything, right? So it's like, I don't know. This kind of game, the genre's not dead, right? The genre is basically one game. There's only one game in the genre, so we can't say the genre. It's just Overwatch. What other game is there? Paladins doesn't exist. Whatever that fucking, what was that? Battleborn, whatever the fuck that shit was. That game never existed to begin with. Gundam Evolution, I knew that was gonna die. So it's like that genre doesn't even exist. It's just one game holding it up. And contrary to what people believe, Overwatch is still pretty popular, right? It's not where it was. It's not like Valorant, Apex level, whatever, Warzone level popularity anymore, but it's still up there, right? So it's still technically going to compete with Overwatch, which people are not understanding. People are saying, oh my God, Overwatch is dead now, so this game's going to come and take over. Overwatch has not been dead. Like, what the fuck?
It's the same thing about Gundam.
Like,
when Gundam dropped. And,
Overwatch is, but that, see, the problem with that was that game came out when Overwatch 2 came out. That was their big mistake. And they fucked it up balance-wise, monetization-wise. They fucked up, made all the bad decisions. Yeah. Well, a month after Overwatch 2 came out. That was silly. This game has nothing like head-to-head right now, right? But who knows, man? I don't know.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things where typically when Marvel or any kind of popular IP kind of follows the trends, it tends not to do well. They kind of make the same mistakes in terms of like they don't update. Like this game could have a good start. It could have a great start, but I think the thing with these games is the long end, you know, and if there's no follow through with that, which attended these companies, like they kind of do everything in the first end and then they just kind of drop off, either lack of updates or lack of heroes or lack of events or
well, the thing is, what kills games like this is it's not even that, right? Because obviously they're gonna support the game if people play it. That's the thing, right? Gundam killed itself with shit monetization. They just kept the balance. First of all, the matchmaking was terrible in that game after a few months, right? What else? The balancing was kind of slow
ridiculous. Updates. It was very slow.
We got updates pretty often.
Regular, yeah. Regular.
We got updates pretty often, like balance wise, like character wise. We got updates, but the updates killed the game. They did the same exact shit that Overwatch did, which was listening. See, this is gonna be pretty divisive, but listening. Casual players don't care about balance. No casual player that I've ever met that plays these games gives a fuck about whether their character is deemed as good or bad. As long as they're having fun, they do not care. So I don't understand why devs look to the casual audience to balance games. I don't understand it, and I'll never understand it. There has to be like a compromise, like right in the middle. There can't be, all the casuals want this, so let's nerf this, let's change this, let's dumb down the fun so that the casuals have fun with the game. And then clearly that didn't work because everyone quit. Literally, bro, I've never seen a player base everyone just bow out so fast at the same exact time. Everyone said, "Oh no, this patch sucks. We're out of here. Back to Overwatch 2, I guess." That's exactly what happened. Because that's I remember I said this when it came out. If they fucked this up in the first 2 months, everyone's gonna go back to Overwatch. And what did they do? They fucked it up in the first 2 months. Everyone went back to Overwatch.
Sure, yeah.
Like, so. But to be fair, there were a few things riding against that game, right? Gundam's not a popular IP everywhere outside of Japan and like maybe the East, right? Gundam's not that big of a deal. Like, I know it's popular, but it's not like it doesn't have a hold on the market like a Blizzard release would, right? Or Marvel. It doesn't have that appeal. So, and you need a shooter needs to be first of all, it needs to be popular in the West. Second of all, it needs to be popular in Korea for it to take off competitively. That's straight up. Like, and that's what I'm kind of afraid of, because I don't know if the West can hold this game up on its own, bro. Like, does Korea give a fuck about Marvel? I think they do, actually. I actually think they do. I think they do. So
it's worldwide enough, bro. I think it. Yeah. I don't think IP's the problem.
Yeah. Like, I'm just saying, for the long term, like, we just follow whatever Korea does. Competitively, that's what America does. When it comes to competitive shooters, if Korea likes it, then we like it. Unless you have like COD and like Gears or whatever. But y'all know what I mean. Valorant, all these super competitive games,
Esports.
We just follow what everyone else is doing. Yeah, esports, we just follow what everyone else is doing. But like I said, in the beginning, it's free to play, right? Everyone's going to play it. Everyone's going to try it. Please, just balance the game properly. It's already hard to balance games like this, right? Just, I feel like wait a few months before you start balancing shit, unless there's stuff that's just ridiculously dumb and broken, right?
Like super dumb where everyone's doing it and
yeah, like it's just please, man. You had literally 2 characters that killed Gundam, bro, in a month. 2 characters that killed the game. And you know what's funny? I remember I had a conversation the other day about this where was it, I think we were talking about fighting games where when it comes to balance, right? You can't have things that are anti-fun be good, right? And it sounds silly, right? Because and you want everything to be good. You want every character to be good, right? But when you think about it, there are certain characters. Y'all remember Overwatch in the big? Well, Freak played Overwatch, right? Remember the beginning? We had when everyone complained about Bastion and Torbjorn and Symmetra and they had to nerf those characters because those characters are the quote unquote anti-fun characters because they just put turrets down and dumb people can't do anything about it because they just want to walk into fucking turrets and just walk forward.
Into it,
yeah, exactly. Which is the majority of people. No offense, that's the majority of people. They just want to turn the game on and be stupid, just run past the choke and just get shot at, right? So they had to nerf those things because they were quote unquote anti-fun. If this game comes out, so actually, hold on. We had Gundam, right? Which had what was the character's name with the staff? What the fuck was his name? Barbados. Remember that character? Remember that Barbados? Shit? Yeah. We had that character running a fucking muck. Yeah, we had that character running a fucking muck, literally, for like a month straight. They had to nerf him, quote unquote, and then people just stopped playing the game. Instead of nerfing him, they nerf the only tank in the game that served a purpose in the game. They nerfed the fuck out of him, right? So that I guess he was anti-fun too. We need characters, and everyone just, I don't know. I can't speak. I'm not on the balance team. Just please just balance the game properly. Yep. I don't give a fuck if you're a casual or if you're a competitive player. The game is going to live and die by the balance. Straight up.
Yeah.
It's also going to live and die by the matchmaking because for some reason these games can't get matchmaking correct. Like, I don't know how Overwatch has had matchmaking issues for the longest. Gundam had this terrible matchmaking. I don't understand why these games in particular have poor matchmaking. I don't know. Whatever. But
pretty bad.
We'll see.
Matchmaking was terrible in Gundam. I mean, I can speak to Gundam from a more like casual competitive hero shooter player, but I enjoy the Gundam IP more than most, right? So for me, what killed the game, like,
that game was
like
great.
You're saying, I didn't care so much about balance. I just don't want. Yeah. What I just don't want is I don't want there to be something that's so overtly OP where it's obvious and it just prevents you. Like, I also don't want to use I don't want to use a character that's dead trash because then to me that's not fun. Like if I'm getting shit on all game, I'm not using a character even if I like
trash. Yeah. Like, and then we had DLC apparently that was pay to win. Like, so it's like, hello? What the fuck?
The monetization is it's going to be very important for this Marvel game, which is
especially when you have so many characters that you're gonna be able to put in this game.
Yep.
Man, I don't know.
It's concerning because apparently what I'm hearing from NetEase is that they've been very had concerning monetization with other games that they've developed.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But most of them are mobile games, so of course people are going to look at those, and because if you monetize something as a mobile game and it's not a mobile game, then you know it's you have to balance that monetization a little bit, especially with like a hero shooter. I think charging for the heroes, listen, I'm sorry, I think that's a big
It's free to
mistake.
play, so they're gonna do it.
I know,
right?
but I think that's the mistake, because no one wants to log on day one and your favorite character is locked behind a paywall.
Yeah.
Right? Like that,
Especially with Marvel,
especially after
right?
Overwatch just made shit free.
I think having cosmetics be something you pay for, right? Like say they drop, say like Iron Man's not part of the core game, right? Like, of course he's going to be, but let's just say he's like the first hero they release post-release, and you got to pay $10-15 to just play as Iron Man.
Yeah, that's not.
As
I don't think that's
opposed
gonna
to
happen.
as opposed to getting Iron Man for free, but you can get the suit from the MCU or some kind of other. I think there's
gonna be hella cosmetics.
For.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be hella cosmetics.
Yeah.
I have a
Spider-Man.
feeling. I have a feeling the heroes are going to be free.
I hope
They will kill this game out the gate if you have to pay for heroes, like straight up. Unless there's like a battle pass, like, and you can actually unlock them for free, but you just have to actually take a little bit longer and go through the battle pass or whatever.
Yeah.
But if there's no other option and you just have to straight up buy them, nah, it's a wrap.
Yeah, and you know, like a lot of people with Marvel, they're also very loyal to the characters that they like. Like for example, if you have like fucking Wolverine behind a fucking
I forgot about that.
You know, like a huge payroll.
PTSD.
I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna be. Well, he's gonna be in the game. There's no way they don't put him in the game. But I'm just saying, like, but you know what I mean. Like, if I can't play as my favorite character, what's the point of playing the game? You know.
I'm getting one trick PTSD. Oh Lord.
Yeah,
damn, it's gonna be great.
Well, I was just saying for example's sake, you know, because Wolverine's a very popular character, right?
No, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen in this game. It's gonna happen. Hopefully, there is an incentive in this game, like Overwatch had, to play every character in the game, every single character in the game. Like, oh man.
Well, that's also another thing Gundam did that I didn't like. Like a lot of their suits that they chose for the heroes to be added on, some of them were just ass. Like they were just like trash suits that no one really cared about. And then it was just like, well, why this? And I think that they did that because they were units whose abilities fit the themes of the roles that they would be playing in the game. Yeah. And it makes sense from a developer perspective. But if you want to get popularity and players, like release the popular suits that people know, release the characters that people know, and work them into roles based on their abilities, right? So what if you release like a couple of DPSs in a row? Like who cares? Casuals don't care.
Pull up the Overwatch character select screen.
Yeah, right. Like Overwatch has released like several kind of characters where people are just like, how many DPS characters have they released already? And then they go on a string of supports, and it's like, why are they releasing so many support characters?
Yeah.
No, casuals don't care about shit like that, right? Like they don't.
To be fair, the DPS are the most fun characters to play.
Typically, yeah.
And most of the time. So I mean, that's what happens, right? Tanks and DPS are usually the most fun characters to play. Well, tanks and healers are usually the ones that people play the most.
I just hope Hulk could do more than just squirt Matrix juice. I hope he could just fling a.
He looks like Winston. He did throw somebody. He threw like a projectile at somebody. He sprayed somebody. He leaped on him. He looked like Winston from Overwatch.
I think they needed to give him some kind of range attack so you don't feel like useless at a range.
Yeah, every character in this looks like is a complete clone from an Overwatch.
What are they gonna do with Wolverine? Have him throw a shuriken or some bullshit?
They probably have a Jiro Claw that'll take him across the screen.
Wolverine gonna play like Doomfist.
Definitely gonna have a gun.
Yeah, he's literally gonna play like Doomfist. He's gonna drill claw. That's the dash, the charge punch. He gonna play like Doomfist. Watch. He gonna kill the game just like Doomfist did. Like,
cause you know everyone's picking Wolverine, right?
Oh man, it's also no matter how fast they release these heroes too, man.
One of this game's gonna have rolls and roll lock. I doubt it, but that would be interesting if they did. I think it kind of needs it, but it won't have it.
I have
a feeling it won't have it.
I think it's something that they'll need it, but they may not have it initially. I don't know.
People, well, we'll see.
At the round start.
No, we just need like roll lock. So then we have it's a 6v6 game, which is what Overwatch used to be. Which means it's going to be most likely everyone's going to try this. Everyone's going to try 2-2-2 at the start. It's going to be 2 supports, 2 DPS, 2 tank type characters, right? Everyone's going to do that. But are they going to do the Overwatch thing where they have characters that are specifically support, like straight up just specifically support, or the Gundam route where they didn't really have labels. Yeah. They didn't really have labels for roles, but you knew that some certain characters had support E type roles. But that kind of made playing online and really shit, because you would have everyone trying to play the same exact type of characters. They would be like, wait, where's our fucking healer? Wait, where's our tank type? Where's this? Where's that? And I personally feel like, sorry guys, people are too dumb to not have role locks or like characters put into specific roles. People too dumb. Because you're gonna get into a game, it's gonna be 6 DPS straight up.
The healers were also ass designs.
Especially with Marvel.
Sorry.
Yeah, they were designed. They were fucking terrible. They were horrible.
Designs.
They were terrible until, what was that DLC? I don't know what it was called.
Unicorn?
That came out. Yes, they were trash until that character came out.
And that's one of the more popular suits. That was like one of the first ones that they dropped, and it's like great. They released Unicorn. They released New Gundam. They released like a bunch of others, but then it's like they made some like questionable choices. And it's just like, and some people want to see like the more popular suits, and you're putting in these characters.
You know what Gundam taught us? Gundam taught us the things that we thought were bad in Overwatch were actually for our sake, because we're too stupid. Like, we need to know, oh, this character's a healer. Okay, we need a healer. Okay, that character's a healer. Some people didn't. It took people months to figure out that I forgot whatever that fucking the thing that had the laser that attached to you, like Mercy. People, it took forever for people to even realize that was the main healer of the game. Like, so I don't know, man. I don't know. It's gonna live or die by how hype the game is at launch. If they have some type of competitive like push, right? They kind of have to, bro. In this day and age, every shooter that comes out needs to have some type of like competitive backing or something going in. And they haven't said anything about it, but I know they gave the alpha out to a lot of like Overwatch players, so we'll see.
I mean, they got an opportunity. I mean, if anything has opportunity, it's definitely the Marvel IP. Like, it just needs to be.
Why this game though? Why this? I'm gonna take it back to like the roots. Why this type of game? Because when you make a game like this, damn, this kind of sucks. Fuck. I hate to say it, because Blizzard isn't the best, right? Blizzard isn't like this fucking deity developer, but like when you make a game like this after Overwatch, man, it's kind of rough. Like I just
you gotta be competitive.
I just see cash grab. Like I just see Overwatch with Marvel heroes, easy money. Like I just see a cash grab, bro. That's
Marvel games has always done that. They usually take a popular genre game and they put the Marvel thing. That's why with the Marvel MOBA or the DC MOBA, it was all the same shit. Like it was all about like a quick cash grab, and then the games would go on for a couple of months, and then they'll take the money and then they leave. And then
it's just rough because they can't leave. I mean, they can leave, but that's gonna be a shame.
Well, the thing is, for them to compete against Overwatch, that like it just needs to be an overall better game.
You just need to make a functioning game that doesn't piss people off, and you're good. There you go. Boom. Period. That's it. I mean, to be fair, that's all you need to do with any game nowadays. Is just don't piss people off. Just make it good. Don't piss people off.
Is the bar so low?
The bar is that low. The bar is definitely that low.
Don't piss people off.
Especially for a free-to-play game.
Make sure it fucking works. That's it.
Oh yeah. Make sure it works. By the way, make sure it works.
And have a few waifu characters. Like we know Marvel got that though, so that's already good.
I mean, Marvel. Listen, but look, if they give me Rogue and she don't have no booty,
I just want to play Storm.
With it.
I just want to play Storm and call it a day, bro.
If Rogue has no booty, I'm quitting the game. I'm uninstalling.
Yeah, I think the release of the heroes, like the how much time it takes them to release the heroes, the content drops, like how long it takes them to do that kind of stuff. It's going to be really important because that's what's going to keep people engaged and hooked. Because if you have to wait 6 months by the time your favorite character comes out and you're not really into the characters in the game, you're probably not going to stick with it. You're probably not going to play it.
Yeah, because and that's what I'm saying. Like the Marvel fan base are very kind of loyal, right? Like, where's my Captain America? Where's my?
Oh, that's going to be so weird.
It is.
Damn, dude.
No,
Am I
but
like-
you know people are gonna be that way. Like,
Is this
you know
making
what I
me
mean?
appreciate Overwatch? It is. This is crazy.
Well, because when
Because you
Overwatch
gotta-
came out, it was
because
a
you
whole
gotta
like
remember
the
when
new
it
IP.
came out.
Exactly.
Do that.
You have to
Yeah.
think about Overwatch is an entirely new IP,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So any new character they announce is gonna be hype, right? Anything new they announce, every time they announced a character, it was like millions of views on YouTube in like an hour because everyone would fucking watch. Like they had like the cinematic shorts or whatever.
Cinematic shorts.
Yeah, like bro, that's crazy to think about a new IP launching in this day and age at that time and just blowing up like that. That's rough. That's why like every game that comes out now afterwards, it's like, ooh, make a new IP. Don't fucking like look, I'm hyped. Y'all look, everybody here loves Marvel, bro. Like
I love
I'm
Marvel,
hyped,
bro.
but
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
obviously,
I mean,
I'm
it's
like,
fine for you because you didn't play Overwatch, but like Overwatch was a cultural like thing. That it was the thing when it dropped. You know what I'm saying? So like it's always gonna be weird seeing games like this come out, even though Overwatch right now is shit, right? It's gonna be just please just don't fuck up, man. Because I want it to be good. Because I want a game that's better. Okay, let me not say better than Overwatch, but I want a game that's gonna make them say, "Oh wait, oh shit, fuck, we're not the only game in the genre anymore."
well, to get
Keep
to
fucking
get
up.
them, I mean, to get them
like-
competitive, right?
Mhm.
Like, there's nothing wrong with
like what
a little
happened? What like
competition.
WoW was shit until FF14 stepped up and said, "Hey guys, right? WoW was shit, and
Yeah.
now WoW is back." So it's like, okay, maybe this will fucking make them not. Okay, let me not say. You know what? Anyway, moving on. I don't want to say what I wanted to say.
It's
But
just
Blizzard has some issues. That's all I'm like. Come on, man. We all know
Yeah,
Blizzard got some problems.
I don't think they're gonna adjust anytime soon. So, like, I think they
No,
have
they
all
are.
the. I mean, they have.
They're-
I'm just saying, this game has the right IP, the right. You know, like they have a chance to take over. You know, to come in and compete. You know what I mean? But they, you know.
They're not going to take over. But they'll definitely. They could definitely. They could definitely be toe to toe. But I don't think they'll ever like overtake. Overwatch is like cemented. But
I mean, well, time will tell. We'll see. But
and it looks.
Competition,
It
yeah.
looks. Hopefully, they polish it up a little bit because it looks a little rough.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's got a lot of time to be polished, so it's still in alpha. Depends on what engine they're using. If
I
they're using
mean,
their own
if
engine.
it's anything like Overwatch, the beta is launching next in May, and I
Yeah.
don't think I'm pretty sure if they do what I want them to do, they should have a prolonged beta until the game drops, like
Mhm.
Overwatch did. They should not have a 2-day beta to test the game like this. It should last for months. Even if you have a limited amount of people playing it, the beta should go on. I think the Overwatch beta lasted like what, 2
that
months at a
Overwatch beta
time?
lasted a really long time, didn't
Like-
it? Because I remember when it finally launched.
I
it
was
when
in
it came
I
out
was
on
in that
consoles.
beta in October of the year before, and it came out that next May, I think. So like I was in the beta from October to like I think a month before the game came out.
Yeah.
Like, so
That
Please,
beta also
man.
kind of garnered a lot of like hype for it because all the console players were like, "What is this?" And why do the PC
Mhm.
players get to have this? And then when it finally dropped on console, it was just kind of like everybody bought it, even though like
yeah, and you know what the funny part was? Everybody
was-
bought it,
Mhm.
and then moved to PC.
yeah. And
I've
it was
never
all-
seen such a
that
mass.
Game, that game was
of-
also
of-
$60 on console and $40
mhm.
on PC
Yeah. For the same exact shit. Yep.
for the exact same game.
Mhm.
So Blizzard got away with one there. They robbed a lot of console gamers because they didn't know what the hell they were doing.
Yeah, but to be fair, the game was that good, so it
was.
didn't matter.
No,
I
not
bought
gonna
the
lie.
game 5 times. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like 6 times actually. Like, hello?
damn, how many times you got banned? Jeez.
I didn't get banned. I needed fucking Smurfs to play with my friends that were lower ranks.
Oh,
I like the assumptions always this pair got banned.
I mean, I never got banned. I got chat banned, but I never got like banned with my accounts banned.
No. Competition breeds
They had the
success
ranked
for all
shit.
parties involved, right?
I just hope it's good. Please be
Yeah.
good. I love
Please be
Marvel,
good.
right? We all love Marvel, right? This would be such a huge disappointment if this game doesn't live for the next year. Gundam lasted
this-
a year. All it has to do is live longer than a year.
bro,
It has so
please!
much
They have
potential.
so many characters that can do so many different things. Like, there's no like.
They can add characters till the end of time. Just make the game fun and not balanced like shit.
and work.
And for the people that care, add the fucking PvE shit, man. Do what Overwatch didn't do. Then you'll have people on your side. Overwatch over here canceling, promising PvE and then canceling it. Just add some PvE shit, make it cool, and then people will be like, wow, the stuff Overwatch didn't give us. And that'll make them buy it. I mean, that'll make them play it.
You know what?
So,
that actually might be the better play, to be honest. Especially for like Marvel, it'd be like, oh, I get to go with my boys and blah blah blah, and then it's not always so salty PvE all the
shit.
time. You know? Yeah.
Oh no, PvE definitely gonna be salty. Don't get me wrong. Like
No,
I remember they had PvE events in Overwatch, and that shit was salty as a motherfucker. Like, yo, you're not picking the right shit. The fuck's wrong with you? We need mercy.
I remember those, the Halloween event.
Where the
They said, oh, you picked Junkrat? Ban.
Yeah. Actually, nah, Junkrat was dope in the Halloween event because he was just spamming the bridge the whole time. Like, I don't know, man. Y'all know I'm heavily invested in the hero shooter. That's my favorite genre of shooter. And there hasn't been one like Overwatch since. And I don't think there ever will be, but I want this one to be. So hopefully it is. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully we could speak more on it on one of us.
Yeah, hopefully I get into the beta. Yeah.
But hopefully we'll be able to.
Actually, I have a Connect. I might, but I don't
hopefully
know.
We'll be able to record any of the beta and alpha footage and actually put it on.
Probably.
We may have some of that for you guys.
Well, the alpha, nah, but beta probably.
Yeah, probably beta.
I don't know, man. Some people that I know saying the alpha was just a little rough, but it's an alpha, man. They saying it's a little jank. But to be fair, Overwatch, the first like 2 weeks of Overwatch beta was fucking ridiculous.
I mean, there's no way to tighten up the screws unless you got people playing the game.
Remember Genji and Genji was broken, Bastion was busted. Like there was a lot of dumb shit in Overwatch. So I mean, hey.
Just want to say, Doctor Strange seems kind of broken, but
Doctor Strange looks like Symmetra. Yeah, got his fucking teleporter.
Everyone's gonna be complaining about teleporters.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be complaining about Strange.
Yeah, fucking
I bet you
Loki's basically fucking what? He got the Echo Super. Fucking Iron Man got the fucking look, they're all Iron Man got the Farah fucking shit. Like it's like I don't want to say 1-to-1, but a lot of these characters are basically just fucking clones. Which I kind of want them to hopefully differentiate the characters a little bit from Overwatch, because that's kind of I don't think that's a good thing to have a character and be like, oh, this is just this character. Like it's good and bad, right?
Yeah.
Because you're familiar with it, but then it's like, wait, this is just a clone. So I don't know. I do like, what's the girl? I forgot what her name was. One of the support characters they showed in the trailer. She looked cool. That character looked unique. I forgot what her name was though, but some of the characters do look pretty sick.
There's still a bunch of characters they also didn't show off. They showed off kind of like at the end, like a new team coming in, and they didn't show off.
Yeah, they
like,
showed Storm. That's all
they just showed like silhouettes.
They show Storm. They show what's the dude? What's the Guardian dude?
I feel like they're gonna have. I feel like they're gonna have. I feel like they're just gonna have one Avengers, one Guardians, one X-Men team, one something, and then one villain.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
I talk about Marvel Snap a lot because it's a Marvel card game that is made by like people who have had decades of experience with Ben Brode and Hearthstone and electronic card games, right? Like, so their monetization is sketch, but the game is so good. The game has been prominent for like the past 2 years. It's been out, won a bunch of awards, and they've released one card a week for the past 2 years now. And now they actually increased that because the season pass card, which is at the start of every month, it used to be the one card a week. So they released a season pass card, and then on top of that, another card that same week. So for the first week of the month, it's 2 new cards. And they haven't run out of new heroes and things to add to the game in 2 years. So
Luna Snow, that's what it was.
This new game could potentially just continue to release, especially if they're going multiversal. They showed a lot of people think they showed like a female or like a waifu Galactus. That's actually Galacta, which is like his daughter in another storyline or universe or something.
I mean,
like
isn't that the daughter?
Yeah, it's his daughter. But everyone thinks it's a waifu version of Galactus. Casuals.
Yo,
tell me your. Mm-hmm.
Luna Snow can use her ice abilities to freeze enemies and skating ability to evade tricky situations. No, I'm not done yet. She can also wield sound to her advantage.
Whoa,
So
so
she
she's
skates.
she's Tracer,
So she skates.
Lucio,
No, so
and May.
yeah. So she skates. And she wields sound, huh? Damn.
They just covered all their bases.
That's actually pretty. That's a pretty sick character design. I'm not gonna lie.
That's gonna be your main, I bet.
Nah.
Yo,
Her and probably Storm.
Storm would probably be pretty popular for sure.
I just want a girl tank. I just want a diva. Whoever plays like diva, I'll play.
Oh,
I'll probably play Hulk. I don't know.
Give me Rogue.
I might
Kinda
play.
wanna play Magic.
From what I'm looking at, Hulk plays like fucking Winston, so I might play Hulk.
You know what? Give me Juggernaut, bro.
Oh yeah, true.
Give me the Juggernaut.
There is
Who's a big girl?
That's the thing.
Who's a girl tank that could in Marvel?
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
Nah, but she
Captain,
gotta be
maybe
big.
Captain Marvel.
Nah, she gotta be
She
big.
ain't big. She-Hulk is
Like-
probably like the biggest. I don't
You
think
need a big body,
big body.
like a diva body, like a tank body with a big hitbox. I'll be nobody, right?
That's bad, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not gonna make her fucking Hulk brolic. Then again, I forgot the Junker Queen is not big brolic, so I mean, I guess they could pull a She-Hulk. Yeah. What's the dude's name?
I mean, technically, like the tank would be like Captain Marvel, She-Hulk, Rogue, depending on which.
I don't think Rogue would be a tank. I think she'd be a DPS, like a lifesteal or something.
I mean, she could be, but
The
the thing
Moira?
is, Rogue is so
Yeah.
versatile in a character that she can be whatever the game wants her to be.
Yeah, we'll see. We already know Iron Man gonna be a DPS. He's too popular to not be anything other than a DPS. Like,
Like, I know he's heavily like outgunned, but please give me my boy Cap. My boy Cap. There we go.
Cap will be in there. He'd be like
oh, he could be a tank.
Cap, a tank.
That would
with
be
the shield,
godlike.
Maybe.
I guess, but then you're gonna get those Marvel people. How the fuck is he taking?
He
Hulk's
definitely
Matrix
could
juice?
be a
Bro,
support
if they
because
can
he could
put-
provide morale, right? Like, you know.
If they can add, what's the dude's name? I forgot what the dude's name is that they added to Overwatch. Fuck. He's one of the recent characters. I forgot his name, but if they could put him as a tank, they could put Cap as a tank.
Yeah,
I forgot.
I mean,
Not all the tanks are fucking big, huge hitboxes. We got Doomfist as a tank now. Like,
Oh God.
Zarya was a tank. Junker Queen is a tank. What was it? Sigma was a small body tank. Like, as long as they have a shield, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
They got a couple of
I
things
can-
to differentiate themselves from Overwatch, though. I know a lot
I
of it
wish I
is
could just develop
Overwatch.
this game. I wish I
Yeah,
could just make
maybe.
this game. Fuck.
They got a lot of things though that it's third person,
Just hire me.
and they also have destructible
Oh, I
environments.
forgot it's third person.
Yeah, it's third person,
Yeah,
and
it's
they also
third
have
person.
destructible environments, so it does kind of differentiate itself a little bit. So even though
Yeah,
the
that
heroes
is
are the
true.
same, it might just feel that much more different being in a third person perspective, right? Like it's just,
That's gonna be a little weird.
it is gonna be weird. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting game. I'm down to play. Like I said, hopefully we get to the alpha. Hopefully
I'm
we'll be
down
able
to
get
try.
Play.
I'm
I
down
always
to try,
always
yeah.
been willing to try. Give it
Yeah,
a
of
chance.
course. Yeah, I'm
and,
definitely gonna try. I have
NetEase,
to
let's
try.
see. Hopefully they do it right. I mean, it's a huge property. It's Marvel. Could be
I feel like I'm
cash
obligated
grab,
to
could
play it.
be something maybe not so special. Who knows? We'll see what it like.
Fucking peer pressure is gonna get me, motherfucker. As soon as that trailer drop.
Whoa.
Yo, man, you said that Marvel Overwatch, bro? Fucking annoying, man.
Mm-hmm.
You better be on this shit day one, bro.
Tagging people, and then if it releases on PC, you'll have all the PC gamers, and then if
Yeah, it's only on PC.
it releases
It's
on
only on PC for right now.
if it releases on Steam though,
It
might
is.
also be on Xbox,
Oh, true. Nice segue.
because Xbox is potentially in the works of getting Steam and Epic Game Store onto that Xbox console for you gamers.
Why?
That is a good question, but there's a lot of things that entails. It essentially just makes your Xbox, if you own one, the way I see it, if you just own an Xbox, you just kind of makes you own a PC in a sense, right? Like if you got Steam on there,
Mm-hmm.
you're now a PC gamer, right? Essentially. I'm just curious to how it's going to work, right?
How?
Yeah.
Like how does it work?
Yeah.
How are you?
I mean, I'm curious.
How?
Yeah.
You're not a PC gamer. You're just playing games on console.
It depends on how it works though, right? Like because if you now have access to the entire Steam library,
which
Right, like-
would be on your Xbox anyway,
Yeah, but
because
then
most of
wouldn't
the
you
stuff on
also
Steam is on console.
wouldn't you also get those settings though, those in-game settings? Because they're not going to change settings. Like it's not going to be like
I
it's not an
don't think
Xbox
so.
port, it's a PC port, right?
I highly doubt it.
I
Like, that's-
highly doubt it.
Like
That's
how is
why
it
I
going
don't
to work?
understand.
That's what I'm
Xbox
asking.
only
I don't
takes
know.
so much. Yeah.
How does it?
Yeah,
how
we
does it
don't know
work?
anything. We don't know anything about it, but it just that's the first thing I thought. I'm like, that doesn't really make much sense to me. Because what's the point? Consoles are a closed platform. Like this is just me being an advocate because I don't know. I'm being devil's advocate. I really have no idea how this
Yeah.
will work. So I need somebody to explain to me the benefit of this because I don't see it. Like I see because I just everything that's on Steam and EGS is on every console except Nintendo stuff, obviously, right? But wouldn't you have access to all that stuff anyway? So what's the big deal about that? I don't. What's the point?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is not being. You don't have to double dip.
Yeah, cross buy
Well,
would
here's
be the thing.
what.
I
Yeah,
would think.
sorry, guy.
We just add cross buy.
Here's one thing though, right? Like PlayStation just released a bunch of games on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
If Steam is on Xbox, can you now download PlayStation games onto your Xbox, right? Like, is that going to be part of that deal and how it works?
Play Horizon.
Right? Like, can you play Horizon?
just
Can you
seems-
play?
That just seems so
Spider-Man?
unlikely. Like I don't understand how that would work. That seems so unlikely. If that's the case, why doesn't Sony just say, "Oh, okay, here, our game is on everything now"? Like that doesn't sit right with me. Like would Sony agree to that? I highly doubt it. Microsoft, that's something that Xbox, that's something they would agree to. I don't think Sony would ever do that.
But
Like,
like that's how does that work
weird.
though, right? Like how is that going to work, right? Like let's
Because
say
I've seen people say that. Oh my God, I have my Steam library on Xbox. You already have access to those games on your Xbox. So, what? Like, yeah, if you bought them already on Steam, yeah, you might have them on your Xbox now, not to pay for it, but those are the same games, right? So I could see if PC had like exclusives and shit, which it rarely does, right? So I don't know.
This
Very
is
interesting.
Still, let me ask. This is still in rumor territory, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Or like Phil Spencer said, like, yeah, we would be open to talking with Steve
Yeah.
or something like that.
And everyone's like, oh yeah, Xbox One. I'm like, one what?
So I need
Games you already had?
I need concrete details. Like, is it
Exactly.
the Xbox running the x86 PC platform
Mhm.
version of the game, or is it there's Gears on PC in some fashion? There's also Gears of War on Xbox, and if you bought one, you now own both.
It's already
Like
like
that.
that. Well,
PSN
okay.
cross-buy back in the day, where you
It's-
get one copy.
It's only like that if you buy stuff. Well, there were games that were like that, right? If you bought the Xbox version, you got the PC version, which was, I remember Gears 4, I think, was the first game that I had bought on, I think the Xbox store or the Microsoft. It was one of those, and I had it on Xbox. I know a lot of games. I don't think a lot of games do that anymore. I have no idea.
I don't-
The last
I don't
Xbox I
think
owned was what?
Very
how
many
years ago?
games do that.
Yeah. So I'm trying to understand what this means.
Well,
And then
whatever it means, I don't see it as a negative. It might be.
I don't
negative.
either. I
Sony.
just see it as weird.
I just want to know the details of like what are they actually thinking.
Because even on the other side, there was a rumor that Sony wants to launch a PlayStation launcher on PC, right? That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Because they already have their own ecosystem of games and shit that they want to probably launch on
Right,
PC
they
and have
publish
it
stuff.
attached
They
to their
want to do
own
the
thing.
same thing every publisher does.
Yeah.
Make their own 30%.
Because every game that's on Xbox at this point is on PC for the most part. Like
Mhm.
most of the time. Actually, no, I think all of the games now since this current gen have been on PC. All of them. There haven't really been any Xbox console exclusive games, right?
No.
Well,
I think that's a
Can't
big
do it. Hold on.
it's a big issue that there hasn't really been any Xbox exclusive games, but there's no like PC exclusive games. Like
yeah. So what's the benefit of? I guess I understand it going from like console to PC, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have access to all our console games on PC now, but the other way around just seems weird. And I'm trying to understand it because maybe people are understanding something I don't, because I just see a bunch of comments. Oh my God, if they have Epic Game Store and Steam on Xbox One, I'm like, can you explain to me what that means? Maybe I'm an idiot because I don't know what it means.
Well, I mean, there are games that are exclusive to PC. Like
How many of them
many
But you can-
indie games.
You can
that
count them on one
they
hand.
don't have a Switch port yet, so like hundreds of thousands of those. You know,
Yeah, but-
smaller titles, stuff
Yeah.
that like it's going to take a huge budget for this to go across platform.
It's
you
also
could
going to take
play-
a huge budget to make people care about those. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I guess you're talking about like the general population appeal, but you know, this is just an aspect that would appeal to me.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But I'm just saying, like, what does this serve to like the majority of people? It doesn't really mean anything. I don't think this is. Like, let me not say I don't think it's real. I don't think it's real in the way people are presenting it. You know what I mean? I don't think this makes like Phil Spencer he said some really vague thing, and now people are like, oh my god. So I don't know. I feel like this is something. I feel like people are latching onto something that they're taking the wrong way.
I think people latched on what I said is that PlayStation releases their games on PC now. So does that mean that if you have a Steam launcher on Xbox, will you be able to download those games that they release on Steam?
Yeah, but be realistic. Sony would not let you do that.
Yeah, I'm sure publishers can just say like, no, whatever your feature you got going with Xbox.
Who has been
Valve would
against
abide.
shit like that for the past 2 generations? It's always been Sony.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They didn't want crossplay.
Exactly. So I just don't see it. I do see the shared library thing, but I don't see the PlayStation games on no fucking Xbox, my guys. I'm sorry. Like, hell no.
We did it, you guys.
And
Well,
to-
maybe
Imagine.
maybe Sony wouldn't know any better until it's too late.
Yeah, so they can sue? Okay. Like,
I mean,
they would win that ASAP. The fuck?
Mhm.
I mean, they wouldn't even have to sue. They'd say, "Hey, Gabe, stop that shit," and then
Yep.
it would just be
Mhm.
done.
well, you know, the one thing that's like even this whole idea, because I guess like if it works, cool,
Let me look.
good, right? But I'm doubting the technicality part of it, like, cause like how would it work technically?
They want to
Like-
add
Like,
third-party
that's what I need to
stores.
know.
They want
Yeah.
to, quote-unquote, third-party stores. Huh.
yes. So it's not just Steam; it's the Epic Game Store.
I don't like this at all because I'm reading this quote. Hey, when you're using the PC, you get to decide the type of experience you have by picking where to buy games. That's not a good thing, in my opinion. I don't like that, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. I like having, actually, no, I don't like having multiple fucking. I don't like having 80 billion launchers. I don't like having the own games on Epic Game Store and Steam, or Steam, or fucking Origin, whatever the fuck it's called now. BattleNet, fucking the fucking Bethesda launcher, that travesty. Fucking Uplay. Like, I think that shit is trash. So if this is a thing that they think is good, yikes to me. Like, consoles having a closed platform is probably one of the benefits of having a console because everything is there. It's just one store, right? It's easy to find shit you want. You just buy it. Boom. I don't want to have to fucking, oh, look, there's a Steam, there's the Steam section, there's the Epic section. Let me open that shit up. Oh, there's different stuff over here than there is over here. Like, that's why. That defeats the point of
Well-
having a console in the first place. The simplicity of it. The fuck?
I mean,
Like-
I mean, the other thing is too is just like, well, if I'm excited about the Steam and the thing, I probably already have a PC, so why
Exactly.
would I even need an Xbox?
This is
Right.
so weird.
So yeah, I just don't get it.
I'm so bad
Look-
at like talking about speculative things because my mind just starts going off in different directions as to what it could mean. Like, I don't know what it means.
in theory, cool, but like,
I don't want that shit. I don't want it. Keep that shit away from me.
I think what's most important is it going to be bad or good for gamers?
I think these Xbox
that's what we need to
motherfuckers are
think
finding
about.
any old thing to latch onto to make Xbox seem like it's godlike. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because like for some reason I don't fuck with the fanboy shit. I think you're all lame, right? I just play whatever system has good games. That's where I'm at. I don't give a fuck about console wars, all that bullshit. But for some reason, whenever there's like an announcement specific to one console, everyone has to be up in arms like, oh my god, look what Xbox got. Look what PlayStation got. The Xbox don't got. Look what Xbox got. That PlayStation don't got. All that bullshit. Like, this is all they do. They just latch on to like a random ass quote, by the way, a random ass thing that he said, and now it's a big deal. So this could be absolutely nothing, by the way. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Like,
It could be.
Like that's the
I
funny
mean,
part. So
Phil Spencer could absolutely be talking shit, and someone said, "Hey, would you like Steam on Xbox?" And he'd be like, "Oh yeah.
yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, we want that.
Oh my
That'd be great."
God, Steam's on Xbox. That's what you'll get the next day. Like he'd be like, yeah, I love that. And then tomorrow, oh my God, can't believe Steam's coming to Xbox. Like, come on, man. Anyway, somebody just tell me what that means.
Right.
Because I don't get it.
That's the thing is this feels like either like just brainstorming live in front of a camera, or B, like a targeted thing just to get people talking about
Talk about Xbox, yeah.
Look at us right now. I haven't talked
Exactly,
about
yeah,
Xbox
you're right, yeah.
in the last 3 years.
Yeah,
we just
right.
talked about it for 15 minutes.
They got us.
Got him.
Like-
Well, because the thing is, the most appealing thing about the Xbox was them working towards making the Xbox portable everywhere versus like the opposite is
Game
true.
Pass.
It doesn't mean much. You know what I mean? Yeah. In terms of the Game Pass.
console stuff, because consoles are things that have exclusives, right? So if they're opening their shit up to other platforms, that's a big deal. Steam is just everything. Like we get everything. So what the fuck? Why do I care if Steam's going to be on Xbox? Is that going to make somebody buy an Xbox? So here's the thing, right? So
Yeah.
I have access to Steam. I'm in a store, or I'm browsing Amazon, right? And I see that Xbox. I have the option to have Steam on my Xbox, right? Or I could just get Steam on a fucking PC, like a normal person would, like. Because somebody, I think Freak said it. Yeah, you get access. You might get access to like, PC specific settings. Shit like that. No, you won't. They will not let you do that on a fucking console, bro. They would never let you do. I think we spoke about this last week. They would never let you have no fucking that type of customization on a console game. They won't let you do that shit. I could not see it, bro. I don't like. Do you really think they would let you do that? If you play a game, let's say they have a Steam launcher on Xbox, right? And you play the game through the Steam launcher, you think they're gonna let you have PC settings?
Not without monetizing it first.
I'd say if they have PC settings, they're gonna default to all low if you're actually running the PC version of
And
the game.
and me personally, if I was playing that game on Xbox, I would not want to see that, because I feel like that just seeing that is just seeing everything on low is already like a negative image to me, right?
Right, that's why they called it normal in GTA 5.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
get normal and then high.
Yeah, and I think in God of War, it's like it said what was the setting?
Original?
Yeah. That's what it was. Like, so I'm like, nobody wants to see all their settings on low. Like, man, this piece of shit sucked. I should have got a PC instead. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
in what situation would you see that Steam is on an Xbox or Steam is on a PC? Would you go for the Xbox? Unless, obviously, if price is the deciding factor, obviously, right?
Yeah.
You would go
Budget,
for the Xbox. Yeah. So,
or you already have an Xbox. Like, there's an Xbox in my house. It hasn't been turned on in like 1.5 years, but there is an Xbox here.
that's cool,
So
right?
I'd try it, but I don't know if like it's a selling point. It wouldn't make me buy it.
That's so weird. This is one of those things where I really want them to keep talking about it, because I want to know what the hell they mean by this.
I want concrete details on what this is actually going to be.
This is why I stay off Twitter, because I hate speculation. I want concrete shit. I don't want to read threads of people saying bullshit.
If we're going to speculate, I think the speculation is that maybe Phil Spencer said this as a distraction because Microsoft has been blowing up recently due to the fact that they are afraid of putting curvy, or trying to avoid putting curvy female characters in games now.
Yo, did you see? Oh, somebody posted it. You posted it. Yo, the dude, the creator of Stellar Blade, everyone's just shitting on him, talking about, yeah, man, he's probably never seen a real woman in his life.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, look at his wife. Meanwhile, look at the model he had to work
Let me
with
Google this.
to model the damn character. Yeah, he's never seen a real woman. Yeah, maybe you guys have never seen real women. Go outside. You're all idiots. Like, and I'm not gonna lie. I don't even want to talk about this because this has been pissing me off for the past week. And every time I see something, like, I'll scroll down Twitter. Every day I have faith, bro. Every day I gain faith back and then I lose it again. So I open Twitter, right? Because you know how Twitter has the for you and the following shit now. So
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll be like, I'm never clicking for you again. I'm only gonna look at what I'm following. And then, you know, some days I just be
He
like,
gets weak. He gets weak.
Yeah, I'd be like,
He gets weak.
you know what? Let me check it out. Let me see what people are talking about.
Then I'll see an article about fucking, oh my God, this guy doesn't know what real women look like. Oh my God, she's so fucking exaggerated. This is so fucking, this is male gaze, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Honestly.
Great. Excellent.
I live
You're
in
gonna
the
play the game,
following section.
or
if
you're
I'm
not
on
going to play the
Twitter.
game. Yeah, you're going to play the game, or you're not going to play the game. One thing you cannot deny is this game looks fucking beautiful, right? I don't care if you're for it or against it, the game looks great. If you don't think it looks good, you're just part of the fucking problem trying to push this. Oh my God, it's fucking she's over sexualized, blah blah blah. Where were y'all like a decade ago? Where were y'all 20 years ago? Well, this is all we had in games, is just over sexualized bullshit. Y'all ever played Mortal Kombat?
Croft.
You ever played Lara Croft? You ever played Mortal Kombat before the last two? Hello? Like
Bayonetta.
I swear, most of these motherfuckers grew up, bro. That's what I don't understand.
Like Bayonetta, her actual costume was her hair.
It's her
and
hair.
The more she
Yeah.
used her power, the more revealing,
The more naked.
she got because of how much she was using her abilities. Like,
No one complained. Well, actually, let me stop. Everyone
People did
complained.
complain about it,
People
yeah,
complained about Bayonetta. People complained about 2B. People are gonna complain about this girl. People probably complain about Lara Croft at some point too. Like, I don't understand. Y'all need to. My issue is, I don't know one single person that has actually fornicated in their life that gives a fuck about how this character looks or how she doesn't look. I don't know not one person that actually goes outside and touches grass, actually has touched some titties in their life or something, right? That cares about this shit. Not one person.
And then here's the thing too, is like, if he's creating the game, why can't he create a hot girl?
Bro, why can't people create what they want to create? No one's going like if you like okay, you know, I'm not gonna say, I don't want to say ugly.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Obtuse.
If you like, yeah, if you like,
let's say realistic, let's say realistic.
Nah, don't say realistic. Because
No, realistic. Because there are women who are hot like
you
that.
know why? Exactly.
Who are realistic.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. That is my point. People are acting like everyone is a goddamn. People are acting like every woman is just gremlins. Everyone is just a bunch of gremlins. They all look like fucking like hello. Have you never seen an attractive woman in your life? Are you crazy? Like I don't understand the argument, bro. Who cares?
And then not only that, on top of that, it's just like, if you're making a certain game, that prepares people for a certain type of audience. Like if I'm seeing a movie like was it Baywatch, for example? If I'm watching a movie like Baywatch, I ain't watching the movie because of the plot, right?
Yeah, but that's different though. That's different because that shit's marketed that way. This game is not marketed that way. This game, besides her, looks like a good game. Period. Mm-hmm. Like, and everyone is just fixated. Yeah, she got some cheeks, right? This is a great looking character model, but the game looks good, and people are just looking past that because they're like, oh my god, she's over sexualized. Oh my god, like do y'all play video games to play video games? Like, what do y'all even do? I'm convinced 90% of people do not like video games. They're just talking about it for the interactions.
No. Half the people complaining about this are A, not even going to play the game. B, are just like super. I'm just picturing like they're on some agenda, right? They're just on some agenda. Sweaty, they see that and they just want to make a big deal about it for no reason. You know,
I'm very judgmental. I'm gonna be judgmental. I don't give a fuck. Fuck all y'all. All I'm picturing behind these fucking profile pictures on Twitter is just grimy, ugly, just Cheeto fucking fingers, fucking just dirty ass keyboards, just nothing better to do. Just commenting on Twitter, talking about she's over sexualized, and I guarantee most of these motherfuckers talking about it is a tier 3 sub in somebody's Twitch channel somewhere. Like
exactly.
Come on, bro. This is actually insane, and this is why I always say I wish we could just go back to the days where I could just play a game and not go on Twitter. Matter of fact, I would just delete Twitter for the 80th time, right? And then call it a day, bro. Because I swear it was better when we just didn't know what everyone else was thinking, bro. Like we knew what the homies were thinking, and that was about it.
But the thing is, we're not even knowing what people are thinking. People are just cheap. They're just one person says one thing, and they're like, "Oh yeah."
People just dogpiling and regurgitating.
Yeah. It's just regurgitating.
No,
it's not even real.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. This is. I don't even want to get this deep. but it's very easy to tell that a lot of people just hate women. It's very easy.
Oh, that's
sorry, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to go there, but it's
No,
very
no.
easy.
Mhm.
Y'all just so snitch. Y'all just report yourselves. It's very easy to tell some of y'all just hate women. Like, I don't know who hurt y'all. I don't know, but I'm sorry. Ain't nothing I can do, but sorry. Damn.
My favorite tweet now to see is when they show like a woman who's in moderate muscular shape, and it's like, you find this attractive, and it's like,
I do.
thanks for telling on yourself that you hate women.
I do.
Buddy.
The fuck?
Good,
I mean, and then
good job.
let's be real. A portion is probably just other women just hate. I don't know. There's some sort of creative shit that's going on there behind the scenes where it's just like, oh, you know, they want to put women in video games to look more like them versus like the status quo. Quote,
I don't know. You'd be surprised. It's a lot of men. The majority of people that interact with shit like this is a lot of men. It is a lot of men, and it's always been a lot of men.
I can't believe it would be just them because men wouldn't even.
I'm not saying it's just them. Yes. Have you been on the same planet I've been on?
No, it wouldn't.
I don't think he's been. Have you been on Earth?
But the thing is, this kind of came up after the whole freaking Me Too movement and shit like that, and like it's more than just men, is what I'm saying. It can't. Of course it is.
Of course it's more than just men. But I'm saying what you said was wrong. Yeah. It's not like it's. I'd say it's probably like 60-40, because a lot of men will see like it could be women talking about it, but it'll be majority of men that'll white knight and start piggybacking off of that bullshit. And then start saying, oh my God, look at this bullshit. Because most of these motherfuckers have never, like I said, have never had any real experience with a woman in their life. So this is their, like, I don't fucking know, dude. Because you know what's really funny to me?
Because if anything, they would have more incentive to be attracted to those type of women.
No, because people on the internet project. People on the internet project constantly. Bro, we see this shit all the fucking time. Like, what do people, bro? How many people go online and just tweet out shit that they're basically just projecting their own shit out into the world, onto the internet, talking shit about it when it applies to them most of the time? Like, this is all people do. And then they find someone, they'll find like a couple of people that agree in some way. And then they just form like this big ass fucking, you'll have like threads of the same people like, yeah, man, I don't know. This is disgusting, bro. Oh man, I don't know why they keep doing this shit. Man, and then
but what's the end goal with that? Because that's what I don't understand.
There is no end goal because nothing's gonna change. Because you know what? Sex sells, motherfuckers. Get over it. It's been like this since the dawn of time.
But I don't understand. I guess what I'm not understanding
is these guys are idiots.
Why would men fucking complain about that?
Why would women complain about it? I understand why both sides would complain about it.
Jealousy. What do you mean?
But men project more than I look on the internet. From what I've seen, and even back when Bayonetta was a thing, there was one girl, this feminist girl that made like a video. She was like reacting to like Bayonetta or some shit like that, and she was talking about how over sexualized she is. And then all you had was men in the comments. All you had was literal men in the comments. And there was a few women in the comments that were like, you do know that the character designer was a woman, right? That made these characters, right? So I don't know. That's why I say it's a lot of men projecting and white knighting, bro. There's a lot of these motherfuckers hidden behind like anime profile pictures on Twitter. Like, yeah,
but usually when these people are white knighting, there's a specific reason, right? Like, hey, I'm a white knight because I want this one girl to notice me.
Yeah, because nowadays it's quote unquote cool to try to white knight women. Because you're a dude. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, I love women, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and fucking hate.
Yeah, absolutely. But
when you say that this character doesn't look realistic, no women don't look like this in the real world. Like, have you been outside? Like, go outside. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, you might not find someone that looks like this at fucking Walmart, but come on, bro, really?
But they do exist. There are women who, you know, literally starve themselves to death to look like that, or just normally.
Or you could just eat right. Sorry, look, that's why I said I don't want to get into this conversation because there's a lot I could say, but I don't want to offend nobody. I don't want to offend anybody.
Like, we can't get in a conversation like this without offending anyone. Like, someone's offended.
And
maybe if some of y'all weren't so obsessed with if y'all weren't obsessed with fucking Lizzos and shit like that, y'all would be. Anyway, moving on.
It's clear that women like this exist because the model of the game is based
it's literally the model of the game.
Real life.
I just saw the tweet where she got scanned.
Bro, I can't believe it. Like, I can't believe it. How can you say
I must have
shit
seen
like
that tweet like so many times today.
Exactly.
And from different
And I'm
accounts.
like-
It's like it's a real person, guys.
I'm just like, damn, what is wrong with you? Like, wow, sorry that real women exist.
yeah.
They exist on planet Earth. Sorry. Like, oh man, I don't get it.
I think ultimately, like what Follow saying is like he's trying to figure out why it makes sense. It's like it doesn't make sense because
It doesn't. No, it doesn't at all.
The objective of these people a lot of times is just to hate. A lot of times they're just miserable and they need something to hate
project.
on. And
People just project. That is it.
I guess people are just built different, bro. Because I don't know. Usually, if you're gonna do a thing like that, if you're gonna white knight, like I don't know, man. This
Hollywood, bro.
Dude, there's no agenda to white knight.
But there's always but the thing is, when people are white knighting in Hollywood, there's always that end game to it. There's not. There's no
end game on Twitter. There's no end game on Twitter.
I'm a just
only
white knight for the sake of white knighting. They're gonna white knight.
The only end game you'll get is some impressions on Twitter. That's the objective.
Honestly, and for a lot of people, that's enough. That's why they do it. Being recreationally angry on the
what's
internet
crazy?
is the American pastime.
You know what the issue is nowadays? For me personally, when I see people with hot takes on Twitter, I don't even think they believe half the shit they say. I think they just say it for the impressions. So
they don't.
So there is no end game. Like, there's no point even asking that because that's
the end game is the impressions, the clout.
Like,
that's what it is.
I mean, but you can literally do anything for clout. So at the end of the day, it means nothing.
I don't know.
Their opinions mean nothing. The shit they say means nothing. Like, so it's like I don't know. I don't know, man. Anything that's said on Twitter, I don't even give a fuck. I'll just be like, oh, scroll past that shit. Block, mute. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna enjoy it. I played the demo for a second. I was like, yeah, this is great. I want to play it when I'm not half asleep. Like,
yeah.
Look,
the game is great.
Just like I would defend a creator making like, you know, a big obtuse woman being the main character in the game, they absolutely have the right to do that. For that same coin, I'm going to defend the creator's right to have a super hot chick as the main character.
Yo, listen to me. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna say this shit. Sorry, but if I had the choice, you know what game I would play. Like, sorry.
Exactly.
Like,
because who you building? Who you building? Like, there's certain games or there's certain types of games or like for example, men aren't gonna play Barbie, right? or play with Barbie dolls, right?
I would.
The main audience would be women. You would, but you're an outlier in that.
Like,
I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
you're gonna sit here and tell me all the.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
Their main audience is not.
Yeah.
But my thing is, I don't think that I agree with that for this game specifically, right? Because I don't think there's a main audience. I just think the guy wanted to create a fucking attractive female character as his fucking female lead. Like, I think because there's a lot of women that like the way this game looks, right? I don't think that there's an actual,
but how many women
meant for fucking straight up dudes? Like,
I'd have to compile data to come back to this and draw, but like, how many women actually play action games? You know what I mean? Like, and get the hard data on that. You know what I'm saying? But usually it's skewed. Like, guys typically play these types of games, so it's not a far-fetched idea.
It's not.
To make the main character someone nice to look at. You know, like so I don't see what the problem is.
People ask me that question all the fucking time when I'm playing like fighting games, and people always say, "Why you always choose girls?" I'm like, "Cause I like looking at them." Yeah, that's it. It's that simple. Like, there's no deep reason. I just like looking at them. I like playing characters that I like to look at. I don't like looking at big, brolic, huge dudes and shit. Sorry.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Just as there's nothing wrong for you picking a Street Fighter character and you just want to be a big, brolic dude.
There's nothing wrong with that either. There's nothing wrong with that either.
It's
like, but that's just, everyone has their own shit.
It's all upon the perspective of the player, right? Like, personally, like, back in those games or in like fighting games and things like that, it's like I pick characters that I want to like emulate, or I feel like that emulate maybe me, or like maybe what I like want to be like, or like want to fight like. So I would never pick female characters in that perspective, because it's like, well, I'm not a female, so I don't identify with the characters that I'm selecting, and I want to try and identify in some way, shape, or form, right? Like that was me, but that's me as a player. That's not everyone as a player, right? If you pick a character because you just want to look at a nice character on the screen too, that's your prerogative and how you choose to play your game, right? Like,
yeah, of course.
Ultimately that, and let people let people create the games that they want.
My thing is, why does everyone have to have an opinion on what someone else does? That's
Exactly.
always been my thing. That's always
the
been my
internet.
thing. Because every single I'll get a message. All you do is play female characters, man. What the fuck's wrong with you? Every time I beat somebody ass
Why
in
you worried
Tekken,
about what I'm doing?
man, all you do is playing girls. I'm like, okay, it doesn't matter what I play. You still beat. I pick a dude to beat your ass. Like it doesn't matter. I just play what I like, right? And I don't know, man. I don't know. It's the combo can go so much deeper than I'm willing to go right now. Like that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
oh man.
I think the main point is we need to get off of Twitter.
We need to get off.
of-
Everyone needs to get off of each other's nuts and live your own fucking life. Like
Look, guys,
most of
if
these
you-
people are missing out on dope shit because they're so afraid or they care about what everyone else is saying.
Of
or
being
thinking.
judged. Look, man, if you like a game, at the end of the day, if you like something, play it. If you don't like it, don't play it.
Straight up.
It's just
Straight up.
it's really
That's
that
it.
simple.
Yeah, it's
no
that
one's
simple.
gonna stop me from playing this game. I mean, other than Sony, but like,
True. You stopping
You know,
yourself.
but-
Yeah.
well,
Cut yourself.
no, it's Sony's fault because they didn't release the Pro yet. So,
Oh.
but you know what I mean? Like, who gives a shit, bro? Explore your interests because life is too short, y'all. Life is too short to be proved, like, to carry someone else's opinion so high. And then at the end of the day, you don't even know if those people are going to be in your life forever. People come and go. You know what
I
I'm saying?
can't wait for this game to sell. I can't wait for this game to do well. You
It's
know
gonna
why?
sell.
Because it's gonna be another fucking. It's
sell.
gonna be another banner. It's gonna be another
Already
fucking
bought my
Nier.
copy.
Because Nier came out, everyone was saying the same bullshit when everybody was posting 2B's ass all over the place. And then a couple weeks later, we were like, we don't give a fuck what you have to say anymore. Because guess what? Everyone is saying the game is great. Even the fucking people that were talking about how over-sexualized or whatever the fuck she was, they were like, oh man, fuck. I hate to say, but the game is fucking amazing. Like, oh well. Like, sorry.
One of my favorite
And
tweets was, "Hey, I played the Stellar Blade demo and I canceled my pre-order. I'm ordering the deluxe edition."
The
instead."
deluxe edition, yep. Mhm. Yo, doesn't that sound familiar? That sounds like Bayonetta. Damn, we just had that same shit happen. That's crazy. That's wild, man. I don't know. Game looks great. You don't think the game looks great? Go play something else. It's that simple. Straight up. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this game will do
'cause the
fine
thing
without
is,
you.
why am I spending all this energy on a game that I'm not gonna like?
I don't care
Then
about. Yeah, exactly.
Don't pay attention to it. Pay attention
But
to a game
you
do.
want, but you know what?
But no,
I get
but no,
impressions
you
for talking
can't-
shit.
But no, you can't enjoy people just actually being happy and shit. Like you can't see other people happy, so you just want to go about your day, or you just want to get impressions or clicks. It's just like, come on. dude.
Look, y'all know how I am. When I say I like something, I just say I like it, right? I don't care what you say. I don't give a fuck what your response. If I say, yo, this game looks amazing, and y'all don't think it looks great, I'm gonna be like, I think it looks great. And if you say, nah, that shit looks trash, I'm like, okay, cool, great. Didn't ask. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up, I did not ask. Like, and I'm sure, and that's how the majority of people should function. If you like something, who gives a fuck what anybody else thinks, bro? Straight up.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck. If
Oh,
you
well, that
think
was-
real women don't exist like this in the world, maybe they don't exist for you. I don't fucking know. Maybe they just don't exist in your fucking dimension.
Look,
I don't know.
At the
Like,
end of the day, I just defend a creator's right to do what they want to do. You know
it's
what I
his
mean?
game,
Like,
bro. We could play as a damn squirrel or some
Yeah.
shit. Like, yo, what's that game? Squirrel with the gun? Like, come on, bro.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Like,
Fuck?
you never heard of? You never seen squirrel with the gun, bro? Like,
That I have not.
look, come on,
Yeah,
man. Like,
Conquerors.
great.
I have to look at it.
yeah, you should look that up.
But I mean,
Like, we have, like, come on.
we
People
have
are doing what
Stray
they
right now.
want.
You can play a fucking cat. You can do
For
whatever.
real.
There-
Yeah,
there
let
are
people
plenty of
make
games
what
for
they
people to
want,
play.
bro.
It
Exactly.
was like one of my favorite games that year.
Yeah, the game was great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Whatever her name is, Eve. You
Yeah.
sexy as fuck. Hunger. Sorry.
nah, they all are.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but this is a Korean game, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
it is. The studio's Korean.
Yeah. So like Korean culture, they're super focused on like hotness and beauty and shit like that. So it's not surprising. This is a reflection of their culture too. It's like it's not you know. Obviously, they take their shit from Hollywood or whatever, but
I don't know, man.
It
The
is what
West
it
has
is.
this obsession. The West has this obsession, which is everything needs to be just masculine. Everything.
So I have a
I don't-
theory on that, and it's because I'm so pessimistic and glass half empty about everything. But I got a feeling that every time you see a beautiful girl in a modern game today, it is a creative person's passion and choice. And every time you see a quote unquote does not enforce negative female stereotypes character in a game, it is a like corporate panel of like lobbyists. Who
What's it
are
called?
Like,
What
how's
is
the
it called?
game?
BSG. Hold on, I gotta look it up now. Hold on. What is that shit? They have like a system.
ESG,
It's
environmental,
ESG, right?
social, and governance.
So what is it? The thing where like these corporations they get points for how like inclusive and shit like that.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a whole like.
Yep.
There is.
Yep.
There's a metric that they can hit. So
Yep.
there's literally
it's
a number.
It's literally a metric. Yep. That's
It's
exactly what it is.
It's literally the same shit that they're doing in Hollywood with the whole diversity.
And so the point of it
bullshit.
is how do we make sure our game offends no one, and in theory
let's make the
appeals
most
to
inclusive
everyone?
game. Yeah, let's make the most
And it's just the
inclusive
most
game.
samey. I don't care about this like.
But the
cookie
thing
cutter,
is-
the same game over and over.
And I
There's
don't
no
have a
passion.
problem with that, right? But don't make it so obvious that that's the point that you're making. That's the reason why you made these decisions in this game. Like I don't want to know
exactly.
Like,
well, here's the thing too. It's just that look. I get the idea that you want to include more diversity or whatever equality. Cool, that's a good goal, right?
I'm totally fine for that.
That's like me being black.
You cannot. You
Were you gonna talk about that
cannot.
haircut again?
No, I'm not going there. I'm not gonna go there.
Oh no, we can't. Yeah. But you cannot hold a person's creative choices back and be like, oh, can you make this person a different diversity? Depending on the context of the story or whatever. For whatever reason, this is what it has to be, and like the creator should have their right to do that. Just like a creator has the right to make a fully diverse game with people.
That's like me being black and then the cast is all white. Oh, let's just get this black guy for the diversity hire. Like, nah, bro. That shit's so silly.
No, but that shit is literally what's going on.
And it's been like that for the past decade. I know.
Yeah, that's what corporate America does, man. Because you got to maximize profits above all else. It's not even about like pleasing everybody. It's about
I could talk about this for an hour. That's a whole nother.
I just can't believe ESG. I just when I heard about this ESG shit, I was like, well, now I know why they all do this.
They can try and make a game as inclusive as they want to be, but what's not going to be
the selling
included.
point. Do that behind the scenes.
What's not going to be included in that is the sales numbers, because ain't nobody going to be buying it. With that being said, hopefully everybody will be buying into what we're talking about and listening to this podcast.
Man, I ain't done yet. Yo, buy Stellar Blade. Buy Stellar Blade. If you don't buy that shit, you trash. No, let me stop. Because I'm sure I this type of game is not for everybody.
Speaking with your wallets
PC,
goes both ways, but make sure
it's not gonna work.
You hit that like.
You're welcome to try.
Subscribe. Well, it works if you buy.
Who's not buying this? Besides,
I don't know.
the fucking white
Besides me,
fucking morons. Yeah,
we'll know next
people
month.
without
We'll
the
know.
PlayStation. Yeah,
but make sure
you buying this game.
Make sure you buy into hitting that like, hitting that subscribe, checking us out on Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, TikTok. Leave the comments, man. A lot of stuff been popping off. I always check it. We always check it. We always respond. So make sure you check us out. And we'll check you guys out next time.
You're
Y'all gotta stop interrupting my fucking segues.